Hello and welcome to Brilliant POV. The minimum wage is a hot topic and there are plenty of arguments on both sides. Here are the top 10 arguments about the minimum wage, and some food for thought on each one. Increasing the minimum wage could make everyday necessities more expensive. As businesses adjust to higher labor costs, they may pass those costs on to consumers by raising prices. This could lead to inflation and make it harder for people to afford the things they need. It's possible that raising the minimum wage could lead to job loss. Some businesses may not be able to afford the higher wages and may need to cut jobs to stay afloat. This could result in unemployment, particularly for small businesses. An increase in the minimum wage may disproportionately benefit young, part-time workers. Many minimum wage workers are young and working part-time jobs to gain experience or earn extra money. While an increase in the minimum wage would benefit these workers, it may not have as much of an impact on those who are supporting families and relying on their wages as their primary source of income. Automation could become more appealing to businesses facing higher labor costs. To reduce labor costs, some businesses may turn to automation, which could lead to job loss and a decrease in the demand for certain skills. Small businesses may struggle to afford the higher labor costs of a higher minimum wage. Small businesses often have smaller profit margins and may not be able to afford the increased labor costs that come with a higher minimum wage. This could lead to financial strain and potentially even bankruptcy for some small businesses. Higher labor costs could make it harder for companies to compete with businesses in other countries. If the minimum wage is increased, it could make it more difficult for domestic companies to compete with businesses in countries where labor is cheaper. This could lead to a decrease in exports and overall competitiveness. Inflation could result from businesses passing on higher labor costs to consumers. As businesses raise prices to cover higher labor costs, it could lead to inflation and reduce the purchasing power of wages. The incentive to acquire new skills and education could decrease with a higher minimum wage. If the minimum wage is increased, it could create a disincentive for people to acquire new skills and education. They may feel that they can earn a higher wage without improving their qualifications. Companies may be less likely to hire additional workers if the minimum wage is increased. If the minimum wage is increased, it could make it more expensive for companies to hire additional workers. This could lead to a decrease in employment and make it harder for people to find work. A higher minimum wage could lead to an increase in illegal immigration. If the minimum wage is increased, it could make it more attractive for people from other countries to come to the country illegally in search of higher wages. This could lead to an increase in illegal immigration and put additional strain on social services. There you have it, the top 10 arguments about the minimum wage. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.